did you think about the ride?
It was great.
What's going on, everybody? So today's a huge day. We're here at Bastrop Sam's Dodge. The new truck is finally in. It's been 4 months, 122 days to be exact, but it is finally here. We're fixing to grab it, so stay tuned. Daggone, boys, look at this. The new unit is here. Just did the final paperwork and we're fixing to get her home. Damn, look at that. She's looking good. We're gonna break down this truck for you and all the features that I loaded it with once we get back to the house. But we're fixing to take off here. But before we get on the road, you know we gotta do it. Oh yeah. Y'all make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. You're not gonna wanna miss this. Moose mode engaged. Here we go. All right, before we get into it, y'all make sure to hit that like and subscribe button because you do not want to miss what we're fixing to do to this truck. Right now, we're about to show you a $100,000 truck, but we literally have $10,000 worth of parts on order as we speak, ready to throw on this thing. So let's get into it. But before we do, make sure to hit that like and subscribe. So we're back here at the house, and you know, it took a little longer than expected. We talked about bringing y'all straight back to the house to give you a tour of the new truck, but you know, we had to make a stop at the tent shop because we just it had to be done. So we hit a tent shop, hit a little back road, so it's, you know, we got her a little dirty already, but what are trucks for, you know? So we're gonna give you a tour here. Here she is, back on the property. So the question you're wondering is, what does a $100,000 truck look like in 2022? It's kind of crazy, man. We all know how crazy the truck market is if you've paid attention at all. The toy market in general, four-wheelers, you know, them Outlanders that we have, they're going for like 20,000 now, when we bought ours for like 14. Everything's crazy, man. It's the world we live in. If you don't believe me, I'll pop up an ad for you here on a truck that I've seen for sale over out of good old California. Check that out. Now that's an outrageous price, but honestly, you can expect to pay any bit of 110, 120, even 130 on these trucks if you don't want to wait. We had to wait 4 months, but the good news is the 4 months is finally up. So here she is. We got a Ram 3500 Dually Laramie with custom options, built to be a limited. Why did we do that? Well, I'll show you. There's some things that I didn't like about the limited. Specifically these headlights on the Laramie, I loved so much more than what was on the limited. To me, these look a lot sleeker. Also the interior, you know. So in the limited you have all leather seats, which is great and all, but man, I love the look of this. I love how they paired the suede with the leather. It's more accented to me. It looks like there was more attention to detail in it. And I also don't love wood grain, man. There's no wood grain here, and honestly I prefer that. I feel like wood grain eventually gets faded and you see the lamination, and I don't like it. So this is what we went with. We added quite a bit of features, so I'm gonna try and go through all of it with you as much as I can remember. We'll see, because old Magdump's memory ain't what it used to be, but... Oh, what the f? We already got some bird on here. Well, you know, you live in the country, you gotta do country shit, and that involves getting your truck dirty. So, city boys, sorry, but the truck's gonna get dirty.
I'm Earl Dibbles Jr. I'm a country boy.
Also, the tent guy did a great job on the tent. We went with 20% on the front and 5% on the rear, but damn, he couldn't clean up the streaks a little bit. Couldn't even keep it clean for a day. But again, what can you do? Fixing to get dirty at some point. So the first thing that I think we're going to talk about is the Night Edition package. If you're anything like me, I hate chrome, man. I don't like it. I don't want chrome on anything. I don't even like that. I don't like chrome or milling, no silver. So we went with the Night Edition. It added a pretty penny, but it blacked out all these emblems and there's no chrome, man. I think it's one of the best investments I made in this truck. I love it so much more without all that nasty chrome on it. Of course, you got your dually package.
You come on. Woo! Woo!
You got your Night Edition taillights here. We went with the tonneau cover because, you know, sometimes when we go on riding trips, we want to keep everything nice and dry and clean. Went with the bed liner. We got the LED lighting in the bed. If I can figure out how to turn it on. There we go. Yeah, we got some nice LED lighting in here. Got you a little cargo plug here. That's gonna come in handy, I'm sure. Of course, got your backup camera here. Backup sensors. Rear cargo camera with blacked out lighting. Let's see, what do we got around the side? So you got your Night Edition wheels here. Those are gonna go though. These wheels, these tires, they gotta go. They're for sale. First person bring me 2,000 bucks. You want some black wheels and tires for your dually, let me know. 8x200 bolt pattern. We got this Mopar bed step. Cummins in.
I practice my words and I read. I'm getting good.
Cummins in real handy to get in and out of the truck bed. Once you're done with it, just kick it back into place. Back here, you got your 2.5-inch hitch with a 2-inch adapter. You got an easy access port to hook up a trailer camera. And of course your trailer light and trailer brake hookups. Also, don't mind this exhaust tip that we just found and decided to throw on, because you know that silver 4-inch pipe sticking out, it wasn't cutting it, so had to throw that on there. What else we got on the outside? We got rain sensing windshield wipers. So these things are pretty wild. Apparently this truck realizes when it starts to rain and it turns on your windshield wipers. We got some fog lights here with a little bit of bird on top. Okay, so one thing that sucked about picking up this truck, I ordered the safety group package B, which was supposed to come with surround cameras, which means it doesn't only have the cameras on the rear, but it's supposed to have a camera up front, and it's supposed to have cameras on the mirrors. So one thing I wasn't happy about when I showed up was that I didn't see my 360 cameras. Had to ask the dealer, hey, what's going on with that? And apparently Ram and every manufacturer really, whether it's Ford or Chevy, likes to play games with these packages.
Apparently sometimes
they take things off and add things on, which is kind of shitty because
apparently
they don't really adjust the price. So they didn't change the price of safety group B, but apparently they took off the surround view cameras. So I asked them if it'd be possible to add it, and they told me, in a lot of words, they pretty much told me no, that they couldn't add it. And let me tell you, I don't know, man. I feel like they would have loved for me to say that I wasn't going to take this truck, because honestly, if they wanted to, I'm not saying this dealer would, but if they wanted to, they could turn around and sell this for probably another 20 grand more than I was fixing to pay for it, than we agreed upon, because I waited for so long. But some other guy's going to come along who don't want to wait, and he's going to see this truck brand new with all these bells and whistles and no wait, and pick it up and spend the extra. Long story short, I had to settle without my surround view cameras. But if you are in the market for a 2022 truck, because this happened to my buddy who just picked up a Ford F450, You got to pay attention to every single feature on your build sheet and on your option list when you sign the dotted line. They're going to print you out a sheet with every single feature on the truck. It's fixing to be like 8 pages long, but you got to go through it with a fine-tooth comb, because honestly, I didn't. I just trusted that when I saw safety group B that I was going to have my surround view cameras, but that day surround view cameras were not on there. So, you know, we're just going to have to live without it. Got these pretty nifty handles on here. You lock it with that button on there, and then you simply just put your hand on the handle. There's a sensor back here and it unlocks the doors. We're gonna crank this girl on and show you all the inside. Y'all remind me not to roll down the windows because I don't want to mess up that new tent. By the way, thanks for coming in. It's been a pleasure to serve you. Thanks. It's been a pleasure to give you my money. By the way, ordered the Laramie. I'm sure it's the same with the Limited. It comes with these fancy schmancy carpet deals all the way around. I'll show you the rear. Got fancy schmancy carpet, but you know, we live in the country. We live off dirt roads, and you know what? That ain't gonna work. So pay attention to that. Figure out what you want. You know, I had to go ahead and order OEM slush pads, slush mats. I don't know, they call it like slush mats or something. Anyway, it's pretty much the form fit rubber floor mats, and they ran me about 250 bucks on top. So still waiting for those to come in. But yeah, something to think about if you're like me, live out here in the sticks, and carpet ain't gonna work. All right, let's hop in this thing. By the way, we got the automatic deployable steps here. Gotta have them, especially if you're 5'5" like me. 5'6" on a good day though. Oh, let's hop in here. All right, we're gonna shut this door and enjoy the AC for a minute. I don't know what the lighting's gonna be like. Maybe I should turn on these lights. How do I do it? Somebody help out your boy and let me know how I turn on all these lights. On. Yeah! That don't really do shit. Alright, cool. Of course, everybody knows Ram has the nice big screen. You got your Apple CarPlay, Bluetooth. I was talking to one of my Ford buddies, and apparently you still gotta plug your phone in for CarPlay. I don't know what that's about, but you know, we gotta have our Spotify on here. Gotta have the tunes, man. You know, every single album you could ever want at your fingertips. Spotify Premium, gotta have it. Non-sponsor yet. So I guess we'll go through this Uconnect 5 deal. I'm honestly still trying to figure out how to work all this stuff. So apparently you got my pages here. You can set up these widgets and add different things. So let's do you know, seats there. We can do climate here. I didn't have all this fancy stuff in my old truck, so it's pretty cool. You know, you got your vented seats. Gonna crank that up for me on the driver's side. You got your heated seats, vented and heated in the front. You got your heated seats in the back. Also, it's got a feature to where it pretty much figures out the temperature outside, and if it's too hot, it turns on the cooled seats and the AC automatically when you remote start it, and when it's too cold, it turns on your heated steering wheel and your heated seats when you remote start it. So when you get in your truck, hopefully it's a little less painful, which is going to be awesome in hunting season. Getting out to the truck real early to head out to the duck blind or the deer blind, and it's freaking cold. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be nice to have those luxuries. So you got your navigation, of course. So when I say I live in the sticks, I mean, you can see this would tell you any points of interest, and there ain't nothing there besides Coon Neck Road and Hog Eye Cemetery. So if you know where that is, come find me.
Get off my lawn.
You can do all your apps. And you got your vehicle settings, man. Mirror dimmer, power side steps, rear view camera. You got your cargo camera. I should have my 360 cameras. Damn you, Ram.
Rick, have you ever heard the expression, the customer is always right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, here I am, the customer.
But that's okay. It's all right.
Yeah, well, hey, I'm really sorry.
Yeah. Well, hey, I'm really sorry too.
You got your off-road pages, which is honestly really cool. Did not expect this at all. So when you're going trail speeds, you can see your different steering angles. I don't really know what I don't know what this means yet. Somebody throw it in the comments. Let me know what that means. You got your gauges, of course. Got to be mindful of that when you're out on the trails on a hot day giving her hell. And your pitch and roll, which is pretty cool, man, because oh man, I flipped in a side-by-side a couple years ago and spiral fractured my arm, and it was pretty terrible. Ever since then, I get real weird about off-camber shit, especially if I'm not driving, man. If I'm not driving, I got some serious trust issues. But even when I'm driving, I worry a little bit about the roll. And so this is pretty cool. It tells you your angles. So right now I'm at a 3-degree grade roll, and it'll tell you if you get to a point that is a little sketchy and you should probably correct. So it's pretty crazy, all the things you can customize on here. You can connect 2 devices at the same time, so you and your wife don't have to fight over who's connected or whatever. All this different lane sense stuff. So that's one thing we should talk about. So when I added the safety group, it came with the adaptive steering. Truthfully, I don't know what it does. It's supposed to make it easier to steer and keep control of your vehicle. It's got the adaptive cruise control. So when you set your cruise control on, it's supposed to automatically brake when cars brake in front of you and slow you down, and then speed up when they speed up. So pretty much you're supposed to be able to throw on cruise control and really just hang out and not have to hit your brakes when people slow down. What's up, y'all? So we're driving right now. I'm kind of filming this as an afterthought after having the truck for about a week now. So something real badass that I love about this is this assisted cruise control. So pretty much you can set the speed you want to go and it'll lock into the car in front of you, and it'll do all your braking and accelerating for you. So I literally just got to steer. I mean, somewhat steer, right? I got lane sense on too, so this thing's pretty much just driving itself, which is pretty badass. Another thing I found out is that it's got this headlight thing to where it'll shine a light in the direction you're turning. So when you turn, it'll actually shine your headlight in that direction to light your path for you. Still learning a bunch of new features on this truck. I got the 2-stage exhaust brake going right now, which is super awesome. You got automatic and then your regular full-time exhaust brake. All in all, loving this truck, finding new features on it every single day. Can't complain. Anyways, back to the video. We do have the automatic emergency braking, which you can change the setting of whether you want a warning or whether you want to actually actively brake, and the sensitivity of it. Of course, your lane sense, like I said, you can set how much you want it to adjust for you, and the warning level, all kinds of stuff, man. You got your front sensors, your rear sensors, you got your hill start assist. So whenever you get on an incline, it kind of, I don't know, man, it seems like everything in this truck is on it to help you drive this truck and make your life a little easier, which is cool. You got your tire fill assist, which is pretty cool. So you can set your PSI. You set your PSI and you start filling your tires, and when it gets to the PSI that you should be at, it'll give you a honk. apparently. You got all these different themes, light, dark, and different themes that you can set on this thing depending on your style. So that's pretty cool. I think I have it on the Longhorn kind of look right now with the leather, just because I thought that looked the coolest on the dash. That's what I set it to for now. Still trying to figure everything out, to be honest. Like I said, you were there. We just picked this thing up, man. So, you know, we got our little icon. Of course, we have a little bonfire. There's our bonfire pit actually over there. A lot of different things going on here. Super cool. You have your standard buttons, you know, for climate control, which it's dual climate control, so you can have yours and she can have hers. You got your lane sense and your traction control up here. Of course, your push to start, your full wheel drive. So we added this, which is the built-in switches for auxiliary stuff, which is going to come in super handy for different things that we're fixing to add to this truck. You got your USB and USB-C connections up here. This is pretty cool. You got your wireless charging, so you just set your phone in there and the light turns blue and your phone starts charging magnetically. You got this massive storage compartment here. You can slide this thing forward here. You got more storage back here. This is pretty cool because you can keep your folders there. You know, that way you have your papers ready when the officer says license or registration. You can have everything kind of sitting in there and you don't have to fumble for it.
That's the sound of the police.
You got your storage here as well. So I don't know about you, but that looks like a pretty good Glock spot, you know, for the old truck gun. I think that's probably where the Glock's gonna go, or here. So you got this storage down here too, which is a little bit more discreet. That might be good too. I don't know, but we open carry here in Texas, so I guess we can put it wherever we want to. If we get back to the dash mount here, you got all different kinds of things going on here. You can actually choose what you want to set in each place here. I chose to put direction up on the top left because I'm directionally challenged. Temperature, because I want to remind myself how damn hot it is outside. You got your speed, miles. We got a whole 166 miles on this thing since we picked it up. Picked it up with 16, so we've been around. Burned about a quarter tank already. You got different kinds of things on here, man. So you got your tire pressure, your gauges, you got your coolant, trans, oil pressure, boost, DPF, oil life, fuel filter life, battery voltage, exhaust brake, and your whole gauge summary, which is pretty cool, and your engine hours, and back to your tire pressure. You scroll down, you can see that off-road deal again. So if you're actually on the trail, you can throw it up on here. That way you don't have to navigate too far away from it. You can kind of keep it in your view. You got your pitch and roll. You got your driver assist. So this kind of shows you what's going on when you got your lane sense turned on. If you're swerving, it'll show you on that screen and kind of help you correct. Fuel economy. So right now we're averaging a whole 14.8, so you know it's gonna hurt a little bit at the pump, but you know, at Muddy Throttle Off-Road, we're all about miles per gallon. So far there's been a pretty good amount of grinds. Got our trip info, of course, we all know what that does. This would be your trailer brake percentage. This would be your trailer light check. And you got your trailer trip. So that's pretty cool. When you leave, you can kind of keep track of your mileage. You got your audio. You can see what song's playing. And messages. Luckily, we have no messages yet. Hopefully, Ram doesn't try to get in contact with us. Screen set up. Here's where you can set up all the gauges and kind of choose what you want to see. Don't know what commercial settings is. Probably not for us. And we're back to the speedometer. You got your standard glove box here. Everyone knows what that is, but you got your secret glove box here. So really like that. And my tradesman is just wide open, but it's actually cool that it's like having a secret trap door, you know? Also, does anybody else flip their headrests around so their cowboy hats fit when they drive? That's a trick that I've been doing for as long as I can remember, since I've been driving trucks. And I don't know if anyone else does that, so let me know if you do that in the comments. But that's the only way I know to make it work, because I'm 5'7", let's say. Oh, spoiler alert, we did order some new tires today, some new wheels and tires. We ordered a real nice set, so I want to see if y'all can guess what we ordered. Throw it in the comments. All right, before we run out of battery, I'm fixing to take y'all into the back seat. Don't make it weird. Let's go. All right, let's hop in the back seat. Ooh, gotta love those automatic steps again. Hey, can we just take a minute to just appreciate these doors and how beautiful this is? You got your suede that matches the seats here, your nice trim. It just looks great. You got your soft touch leather. But here we go. Here's our back seat. These ones are reclined. Let me see if I can recline this one to match. We got the seats reclined for your comfort. Look at that. How good does that look? Gotta love the Megacab. But when you need the space, you need the space. So what you can do is hit this button. As you drop that seat all the way down, it's got this nice plate here. And when you do both sides, you can actually fit an entire mattress in here, believe it or not. I have slept an uncomfortable amount of people in a Megacab, and it works. I'm not saying it's the most comfortable to sleep like 5 people in a Megacab, but you can do it. You got your nice storage containers back here. You got your other storage container back here, and there's actually a hidden subwoofer back there as well. Just really functional space, honestly. Let's set that back up. We'll hop in here and we'll enjoy the AC again. We might not have any lighting, but we have AC. So as you can see, I got just plenty of legroom here. Legroom for days. And I'm reclined back. Man, actually this is the first time I'm sitting in the back seat of my truck, and it feels really nice. All right, so you got your climate control. You got a nice house plug here. That's pretty cool. And you got your heated seats right here and right here. All that storage space, of course, behind the seat. Over here, you got your fold down cup holders, gotta have those. And overall, just a really beautiful, comfortable back seat. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna enjoy this back seat for a second. So while I do, here's a word from our sponsors.
Get your limited edition Muddy Throttle Off-Road t-shirts now.
Dude, the shirt's on backwards. All right, we're back. So, chances are, if you're watching this, it's because you're interested in buying a 2022 Ram 3500 or 2500, or you want to see what the Laramie or the Night Edition's about. I hope this video gave you a good idea of what you could expect if you choose these features. All I can say is that, honestly, I'm super impressed with this truck. I'm super happy about it. It was 100% worth the wait. I can't wait to tow with it. We got a riding trip coming up for the 4th of July. I don't know when this video is going to come out, but 4th of July is in about a week and a half. We're fixing to go on a riding trip, and I can't wait. I can't wait to hook up the trailer, see how this thing does, and just enjoy it after waiting for it for 4 long months. We're super blessed to have it. So there's a lot of arguments around what a truck should cost. A lot of people say $80,000, $90,000, $100,000, and upwards of that is just too much to spend for a truck. But what are you gonna do? It is what it is, right? You gotta pay to play, and if you want it, you gotta pay for it. And if you gotta pay for it, then you gotta work for it. So from your old pal Magdump, cheers to y'all. Cheers to the Americans out there that still go to work and still work for our shit. I want you to know that we appreciate you. We appreciate you watching this channel. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe, because you do not want to miss what we're fixing to do to this truck. We got at least $10,000 worth of parts on the way, literally, as we speak. If you want to see what we do to it, if you want to see what you might want to do to your Ram, make sure you like and subscribe. Stay tuned. It's fixing to go down, boys. Catch you on the next one. Well, I think we're about to go hit a back road or two and soak up what's left of this daylight, but we do appreciate y'all watching. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe to see what we're fixing to do to this truck. We got every bit of $10,000 in upgrades headed this way. So if you like Rams, if you like seeing trucks built, stay tuned. And we're also fixing to debut this truck at a truck show next month in Texas. So if you're from Texas, holler at us in the comments. We should definitely meet up. Let us know what you want to see in the comments. Like I said, we got a lot of plans for this truck, but the plans never end. So you got any ideas, throw it in there. We'll see you on the next one. Well, I think we're about to go hit a, do appreciate, so they fold all the way down, so that, back here, right under these beautiful night edition lights, we got this nice Mopar bed step.